Yeah, hello wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. This is BVI Channel 1. You're welcome on today's program, Biafra Discuss. Yes, this is the program we bring to you every Friday to talk about issues concerning Biafra. Remember the last time we had People's Parliament, someone called and talked about Biafra, and I said you should wait until Friday where we normally talk about Biafra issue. This program is dedicated to the Biafra agitation, Biafra movement, everything you can think about Biafra, and the ideology driving this platform with respect to Biafra. Particularly, what prompted my choice of area of discussion today with the question that caller asked me on that very live program on Tuesday. He asked me, where do I belong, Biafra or Nigeria? So I'm bringing it out for us to discuss, and we'll be talking on the topic dealing with bad attitude towards Biafra. That's what we're going to be talking about, and this is a live interactive section. Don't forget the number to call is right there at the top corner of this screen, +234 8104545 You can call direct line or you can call the Skype line. But please, when you call, observe our standard procedure, which is stick to the topic under discussion. Do not try to use foul language. We are not sentimental or emotional about Biafra, but rather we are trying to give our people raw, undiluted truth with respect to any issue that is being brought to you from this platform. So we expect you, when you call, you stick to the discussion. We avoid discussing individuals, but rather we discuss issue. And today we're going to be discussing this issue, bad attitude towards Biafra. Don't forget that this is a live program and it's an opportunity for you to share your view, because thousands of people will be watching. So let us together as a people discuss, dialogue, exchange ideas, so that the new Biafra we are aspiring to have, the new nation we are trying to build out from the ashes of the ruins of this country called Nigeria, we will not allow it to be like the country we are trying to jettison. All right, so we are here to build an opinion. We are here to change our attitude, and we're going to talk about the bad attitude. What are these bad attitudes? I'm going to talk about the ones I know. You can bring up the ones you know during when you call or during the text. You can bring up any attitude. What are those bad attitudes that we need to deal with, especially the kind of attitude we are witnessing in Nigeria today that must be dealt with, so that we don't carry them over to the new nation? Why are we talking about Biafra, by the way? Why are we not talking about Nigeria? Why are we talking about the moral question is, where do you belong? Do you belong to Biafra or do you belong to Nigeria? And what is your mindset? What is your attitude towards this Biafra we are talking about? So you call the line 08104545533 to make your submission. On this platform, many have misunderstood or misconstrued our position, BVI Channel 1, with respect to the issue of Biafra. And that tells me for a long way that we have a lot to do. We have a whole lot of work to do. Because our people up till now, many do not understand that BVI Channel 1 is out for rebuilding of Igbo land, and by extension Biafra. And anytime I come out, I tell you that I am personally Igbo-centric and Biafra-centric, and same way BVI Channel 1. But we have a standard procedure to ensure that we are able to do what we are doing without being harassed or without anybody knocking on our door saying that we are breaking their laws in the name of Nigeria. All right. Now, what is this philosophy and ideology that is driving what we're doing with respect to rebuilding our homeland? And that's why we talk about good governance. That's why we work so hard to ensure that our people change their attitude, their Nigerian attitude. Our people need to change the Nigerian attitude, the attitude of selfishness, the attitude of corruption, the attitude of no work, yet you want to take it all. You didn't do any work, yet you want instant gratification on things you never worked for. These are the things we see in Nigeria today. You see politicians in power, they siphon public wealth, they do nothing, and they grab all the wealth for themselves. There are so many bad attitudes we are seeing in Nigeria, even from the poor masses, as they call it. Very poor mentality. Their attitude. They see government officials as lords and gods that they must worship. They see their so-called leaders as omnipotent and omniscient, infallible, though they continue to exalt despite the fact that we are all humans and nobody is infallible. What are those bad attitudes we are talking about? In fact, the one that is most important is the one that when we talk about good governance in Igbo land, in Biafra land, in rebuilding Biafra land, some people will tell you, no, let us leave everything. When Biafra come, we'll start fixing it. Now that one be the worst. Now that one be the worst. I mean, talk. If you say no be true, you can call and let us dialogue on this. Let us discuss this issue. This is the prominent bad attitude our people are displaying. And I wonder who sold this idea to us, that we should wait until Biafra becomes an independent country before we start building our homeland, before we start changing our attitude as a people in our community, our attitude towards work, our attitude towards our environment, our attitude towards government. That is what we're talking about. Carrying the same bad mentality in Nigeria over to Biafra. And that is not what we want. That is what we are trying to do on this platform, to change, to remove the mindset of our people. Many a times I help in clearing traffic in Onitsha, where I live, because I'm not hiding where I live. I live in Onitsha. Okay? And I'm visible everywhere. Good. Many times I see people, my own people, Biafran people, because it is Biafran people that are living in Biafran land. Whether the government of Nigeria want to accept it or not, whether the politicians want to accept it or not, we are already Biafrans. And this land is the land of the rising sun. Biafra, long before Nigeria was created, there is nothing any man born of a woman can do about it. And I'm proud to say it, and I'm saying it, and I'm in Biafra land. There is no fear. The only thing that is worrying is that when you hide under the Biafran agitation to commit crime, to be honest with you, my hand no day. My own is, we the Biafran people, we should come together to fix our homeland now, not tomorrow, because this is the land that we aspire for its independence. So, like I was saying before I digressed, many times I'm on traffic. I will be on the traffic. You see the attitude our people display. They drive like complete. If it is madmen, then they are still human. Animals. It is so cacophonic. If you can then want to say, if you see the way people drive, you wonder if these people are human beings. And I'll ask them one question. You call Nigeria zoo, and you are here in Biafran land as a Biafran, driving like an animal. Or then they will be looking at me. You see that this is an opposite traffic, and you are driving directly against it, blocking everybody and putting everybody to. And the worst part is that if you come to the person and say, "One now, this thing that you are doing is not good. Why don't you move into?" The person will start bragging. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? In Biafran land, one now, You are here trying to help them. This is the attitude we must change. And this is the attitude towards Biafra we must change. Thinking that when Biafra comes, we will not start fixing. I understand. The reason why all these things are happening is because of bad government. We don't have leadership. Here, everybody does as he wants. That's why we need to start fixing the leadership. Because it is the leadership, it trickles from up down. The reason why our people behave as if to say they are no human, our mentality have drifted completely away from what we used to be. These are the bad effects Nigeria had on our people. And the sooner we start changing that narrative, the better for every one of us. So, if you want to join this conversation, you can call directly. You can make your submission. I think our live chat is up and running. So we'll be taking some of the live chats right here, and we will we'll be taking live chats from here while we proceed. We'll be reading it out while you call in to your submission. All right. The number to call remain +234 810 4545 533. We don't normally invite special guests on our program. No, here everybody, we are all special guests. Everybody has right to speak. All the while we publish video, we air opinions, you don't have much time to interact. Voice it out. Let your voice be heard across board. And that is why we are called Come and Voice. Biafra Voice International. Biafra Voice International. BVI Channel 1. So voice your opinion now. This is why we are here. So the number to call is +234 810 4545 533. Let us have your opinion. You can also add your submission through the live chat. All right, those of you who are watching, we acknowledge you. Pep Guardiola, hey, Pep Guardiola and Kanoa on Coach. Well, we have your submission there. He said, why did Biafra join forces with Ambazonia? Maybe he said he want to say, why did Biafra join forces with Ambazonia? What do they want to achieve with such? Okay, that is not the topic we are talking about. That's not the topic we are talking about. I said I love this video. Thank you very much from Somto Emmanuel. Okay. We know what to do about it. My brother Sodi Roko. I don't know the kind of names are here. But Sodi Roko, if I'm not mistaken, or Solid Iroko. Okay, I think I'm saying it clearer. Okay, Solid Iroko asks that, or is saying that our studio echoes while we are doing live program, that we should please do something about it. Nah, better money, better soup na money maker. Our studio, yes, it's quite echoing, but we know what to do. We needed to pad up this studio so that it will give you that, or about the money no day. Please, we appreciate you if you can help us do this. It will cost us about 150,000 naira to pad up the studio, and you will not hear any echo. And also we change some of our gadgets like the mic and the rest of them and the mixers. Okay, so please, we'll appreciate anyone that will help us handle this very issue. Thank you, my brother Solid Iroko, for that contribution, but that's not what we're talking about now. Up to any Cynthia, good evening to you, my dear. We are SS Sunday. Good one, my brother. Good one to you. We want calls. We want people. We don't want compliments now. Get out. What we are here to do is for us to share our opinion. What must we do, so that we will fix our homeland and make it a better place? What we are talking about, changing and dealing with the bad attitude in Biafra. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. We'll appreciate it if you call and send us your opinion. All right? Okay, so we are talking about changing the bad attitude of our people. This bad attitude which I mentioned, which is the most prominent, why would we wait until Biafra come before we start fixing our homeland? Before we start ensuring, in fact, before we start changing our attitude, that is the most important thing. Our attitude, our mindset. Why should we wait until Biafra come? Then it doesn't make sense. I've had many people say it. We talked about fixing our road, they'll say wait until Biafra comes. We talked about that school, they'll say wait until Biafra comes. We talked about that road, they say wait until Biafra comes. We talked about infrastructural dilapidation by oppressive political class. They say wait, all of them will change when Biafra comes. So we'll be waiting. I change the food to our hands. And these same people have not waited to send their children to the same school. They have not waited until Biafra comes to ply on the back road. They have not waited until Biafra comes to go about doing their business, of which their business are continuously being threatened by the same bad government. It doesn't make sense. So we need to change our attitude towards Biafra. And that is what we are here to do. That is what we are here to do. And the Kekedem is to sensitize our people properly. I'm not here to hype your curiosity, especially in the diaspora. You know, the diaspora, they will always want to get information on what is happening here. Some of the people are always eager to receive bad news happening right here. That is not what we want. We don't want here to ignite with fire. Here, I'm talking about Biafra land. I'm not talking about Nigeria. I'm not interested in what is happening in Abuja. Also, Abuja is not my business. What we're talking about is Biafra land. Igbo land particularly, by extension, Biafra in general. Don't forget that the Jaws are Biafras too. The Ogonis, the Anans, and the rest of them. So, what must we do to start fixing it now? So if you want to join in this conversation, call 0810454533. But I'm going to bring in my partner where we will be talking on this issue. That's if I'm going to bring, if he will be available online to make submission. If it's not available, we may that's my partner Vincent Ndubisa, and then we will try to bring him because hello V. I think the call didn't connect properly. Let's call back. So in case you want to join this conversation, don't forget to call 081045455533. You can call direct line or you can call it through WhatsApp. We'll be here to take your call. Hello V. Hello. Hello V. Hello. We couldn't get him. Maybe he's going to call back later. So we'll continue with those who are dropping their comments on the live chat. We have people who are dropping their comments on the live chat. Let's go back to them. Stanley Emeka is talking. All right, let's take our first caller for today. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. You're welcome to today's program, Biafra Discourse, and this is BVI Channel 1.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. From here, good evening. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I want to talking about the border to the Biafra. So, I want to talk about the issue of the police and army or security going out with individuals. Meanwhile, other people, the same security or the same police, they don't secure it, our people in the Biafra land, but rather they go ahead shooting our own people as well. So I don't know what's your take on people going out with personal security in hiring security personnel to follow them about the East. Meanwhile, there are not even enough security to secure us.
Okay. Okay, that's the question you asked. But that's not the topic we are talking about anyway. But let me just double into it briefly. These are part of the problem in Nigeria. In Nigeria, they have about, they say 300,000 police officers. But I can guarantee to tell you that more than 60% of the entire Nigerian police force are out guiding politicians and their families. More than half. That's about 200,000 Nigerian police are out guiding Nigerian politicians, their associates, and their families, leaving the very few that are unarmed to police the rest of other people. That is one of the bad things we are talking about in Nigeria. That is why there are so many insecurity in Nigeria. Okay, so that is not what we are talking about. Definitely, when Biafra comes, Biafra will fix it. But these are part of the ills of this country why our people want their freedom. That's what I'm going to answer you. But that is not the topic we are discussing today. Thank you very much for calling. So the number to call, we have other people calling in. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. You're welcome. This is BVI Channel 1 and your live program, Biafra Discuss.
Yeah, please, I would like to speak to you another time.
Or you may call me after the program, then we might talk.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. I guess some people don't know that we are live, but we are live and direct on BVI Channel 1, Biafra Discuss today, coming to you from this studio. You can call +234 8104545533. This you can make your submission, you can ask your questions, you can bring up your opinion, and we also acknowledge your chat, those of you who are watching live. We are talking about changing or dealing with bad attitude towards Biafra. And we are asking, where do you belong? So to join this conversation, the number to call is right there at the top corner of this screen. Alright? The number to call is right there. You can make your submission as we continue on this Biafra Discuss. This is Biafra Discuss. You can call to make your submission. So there are so many things to deal with. I am a we cannot afford to push aside Nigeria. I will now bring in a new country where we carry the same mindset. The same mindset, because when we say Biafra come, Biafra is not come, Biafra is already here. We are Biafra people living in Biafra land. All we are pursuing or agitating for is for our independence, complete independence. Through self-determination, allow us to determine for ourselves whether or not we want to belong to this British colonial contraption. It is not against any law known to man for people to demand for that. To demand for, especially in a country that was created in the womb or given birth from the womb of colonization for the purpose of colonization. And colonization is for the purpose of exploitation, suppression, subjugation. That alone could do. That alone is enough. Much more of talking about the atrocities happening in this country. And people say you cannot talk about it, especially politicians will come and tell you we don't have any other place. Who told you? We're already in our homeland. Biafra land. You talked about Nigeria. One Nigeria, that one is a scam. You don't need to preach about one like this phone is one phone. This phone does not need any campaign to be one. It's already one because it is meant to function as one. Since Nigeria was created, they've been singing about one Nigeria every day. They want one Nigeria. Yet, Nigeria is not one. Yet, even the politicians are the ones They are the ones breaking up this country with their wickedness. That is why everybody is shouting they want out. Because nobody will want to be forced together with people that they are not compatible with. Okay? So anyway, that is by the way. So what we're talking about is our own people coming back home, changing our attitude. Like I say, Nigeria is on a double quick march to crash. I don't care about what the DSS are saying, that if you talk that nobody should ever mention that Nigeria is failing or Nigeria is crashing. Nobody should ever say it. If you say it, you'll be arrested. Who told you? Between the people that are saying that Nigeria is crashing and those that are actually crashing Nigeria, which one was worse? DSS are the axona. So my own interest is not about Nigeria, because Nigeria is nosediving and it must crash. I am not prophesying. I am not predicting. I am only telling you what is ahead of us. My people, what are you doing in readiness? And the eventuality that will ever happen is that nations will spring up from the ashes of the ruin of this country. Whether you call it Oduduwa, whether you call it Arewa, whether you call it Biafra, what will become of my own people if we carry the same attitude of Nigeria in the new Biafra? That is what we are talking about. Today. So, if you drop your comment, we'll read it out. If you call us, we'll take it. If we don't have enough calls, we'll take it that everybody, we are on the same page. In changing the attitude there, what you need to do is to share this video. The shorter, the better. The shorter this program lasts, the better for me. So that you will be able to share this video, so that many people will get this understanding. We are not just here to do media work. We are here to impart knowledge. We are here to change our people's attitude. We are here to remold our people's consciousness. I find out here. Alright? We are doing brain surgery on our people. Proper brain surgery. Because if we don't, we'll be tireless when we have our new nation. Let me go back to the live chat and see if we have some new comments dropping in. Because more people are coming in and dropping comments. Some text, we acknowledge you. S. Sunday, we also acknowledge you. Stanley Emeka, thank you very much for being part of this program through your comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not, and share this video to other people so that they might join and be part of this brain surgical broadcast. Let me put it that way. Anyway, we must continue. All right. We have the humble stars. Okay, somebody made a suggestion. They said Salvatore Buscieri. Now, he said, my brothers, please talk about our Igbo girl they beat nonsense in Libya. I know if it is that girl, I don't think no Libya come on and Igbo ever come. It's unfortunate. That is barbaric. I condemn it. All part of those bad attitudes, because these people are not Biafran people. We can't tolerate in the new Biafra human molestation, degradation, especially our children and our girls, even our men. Nobody has any right to molest, humiliate, dehumanize a human being the way we saw in that video. That thing is worse than that. Those guys are barbaric, and it is the father and the brother. Anyway, that is not the topic of discussion, but you mentioned it. These are part of the attitude we must change, because some of these religious people, when they exhibit wickedness in the name of religious observation or moral standard. Although I must appreciate the fact that when serious moral decay, the family standard have reduced to nothing, but there are better ways to caution a child. Alright? So in the new Biafra, human rights will be highly protected and preserved. Alright? We wouldn't tolerate such. But we must start from now. We must start from now to speak up against it, to act against it, to bring those who did such thing to move to face the law. Which law? Nigeria, where the law? Okay, never good. Let's proceed. In case you this, I'm only waiting for your calls to make your submission. We work so hard to bring back this live program to you guys. You may not understand what we go through to come right back live on air. We are committed to doing. Some people say, don't forget about it. We are good for all your daily uploads to inform us. No, this is Biafra Voice International, BVI Channel 1. All right. Good. We are here to give our people a voice. We are here to give Biafra people a voice. So, that is where we are. Emotable the voice for you. Now speak up. That's why you need to call the line while we proceed. Our time is on the Whatapp next week. All right. But don't forget that this platform is dedicated to give our people voice. The ordinary people, the voiceless people. Okay. You may not understand how much it costs to have a voice. If I tell you how much we are spending to educate our people on the radio, to take this message if I down to the radio station, if I tell you how much we are paying, you will pity us. Sometimes I ask myself, because when you see, God will definitely provide any way for us to raise the fund and pay through our nose. If you go to our account, right, when you go to one account, as I speak to you now, but everything I need to educate our people. So whenever you have a voice like this, appreciate it. I believe that our people will not be like the rest of the world. People don't appreciate free things. All right? Good. So let us proceed. We are still talking about changing the bad attitude our people have in Biafra. And where do you belong? Because that is the question I wish that my brother that asked the question last on Tuesday will come back again. Because this is time for us to deliberate on which one after. All right. So back to our live chat. Let me see what our brother said. All right, we're still acknowledging people who are dropping their comments on the live chat. Sontes Nkem say, Chinedu, thank you for speaking about Biafra, watching from Thailand. We thank you too. That is what we represent. All right? We don't just talk about Biafra, we impart in Biafran people the right knowledge. All right? Good. I greet you, humble stars, and also all who are watching. Humble star, thank you for watching. Victor Francis, I love the sound. Oh, Victor spun all over the sound. For those who know the Meko. Oh, Chineke Nyelanyaka. Well, all the way, thank you very much, Victor Francis. Or former NS, thank you for dropping that stroke there. Kechuku Jonah, we see you. Babatunde Ajotomobi. No retreat, no surrender. Now, I hope you people will achieve your Oduduwa Republic too. Because from the name, it sounds like she is from the West. We wish you guys good luck in your pursuit for your own self-determination. Because over there, Ekegoba State. Alright. Ifeko for sure. Say thanks, brother, for your good work and your good job. We are in the same page. God bless MNK, God bless ESN, God bless IBOB, all Biafra, the land of the rising sun. Thank you for your comment, my brother. Welcome, Father Mbaka blessed in Namdekano, I Bidochu Arabia, even the church. Bidochu Arabia Mado. Okay, wherefore, it is not easy to have a voice in this part of the world, especially when we are doing it from here. You know the sacrifice we are making. Let us take a call as we continue in this program. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. You're welcome on live broadcast BVI Channel 1.
Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead with your submission. Sorry, your name and where you're calling from? You can just, you have a standard procedure, my brother, okay?
What?
If you are calling from Biafran land, you say you are calling from Biafran land so that viewers and listeners will know where you're calling from.
Actually, I'm not calling from Biafran land. That's why I don't want to go there.
Please, your name, proceed. We don't have time. Other people might be calling. Thank you. Just go ahead with your submission.
Can I make my contribution?
Please make your contribution, please.
Until those our leaders begin to receive judgment, I mean, until they are being, being tried, being removed, out of the way, the answer will not stand. There are people that are standing, our enemies are we, our leaders, it's not even outside. Until they begin to deal with them, and others will begin to surrender. If they are not being granted, if they are not being out of the way, there is no way the answer will come, because they will remain as an obstacle. They must be removed out of the way, so that the answer will stand. The enemy are using them against the actualization of the nation. Because they are benefiting a lot. As they committed them, they give them money. So they know their attitude. They know that they are greedy people, very selfish. So they don't care. So that is my contribution.
Okay, before you go, let me ask you this. How do you think these politicians, because we're on the same page, we all understood that the politicians are our big problem. Now, how do you think they will be removed? I said, we are on the same page. We all agree that our biggest problem, the biggest stumbling block for Biafra being restored as a nation, as an independent nation, is the political class in Biafran land. They are the biggest problem. Now, we are on the same page on that. Now, the question now is, from your opinion, how do you think that they should be removed? Because we have been preaching the same thing for a long time.
And they are opposing the Biafran campaigning and causing a lot of anxiety against the Biafran. Let them be removed by anyhow. I don't need to tell you how they are going to be removed. Immediately, one of them is used, I mean, if I'm talking of the move, you know what I'm talking about. You see? So, it's very hard. They should be removed. In fact, they don't even let me do it. That's what is called the solution. It's not to happen in the side of our Western side of politicians. If it's not going to happen in Nigeria, we don't care. But let it happen on our own side, so that there will be a resolution. There will be some will get what we want. It happened in Ghana. Because Ghana comprises of just like one ethnic group, and they succeeded because they agreed in one thing. But in the case of Nigeria, it may not happen generally because
participate in the electoral process that we remove these bad crops and put in those who are hardcore Biafrans in government. Many Biafran agitators are on this page that they don't need election, that they just fold their arms and watch the politicians continue being in office and continue being used against their own aspiration. Now, we in BVI Channel, we have been preaching that we should have a political revolution. The same attitude that will be carried in the new Biafra. where you have people who emanate from the people, who carry the aspiration of the people, who do not care about Abuja or anyone in saying and standing where their people stand. When you have them as governors, as senators, that is the time we now start talking about Biafra, really, in concrete terms. So, because talking about Biafra is not a crime. Talking about going to National Assembly and tell them that my people from the East want a referendum, it is not a crime. It is not written anywhere in the Nigerian Constitution.
It is not a crime.
Good.
It's not a crime. But in Nigeria, it's not a crime.
No, it's not. My dear, it is not a crime. I can tell you that. But because the politicians have sold their soul to the devil and they have vowed that they want to continue benefiting from the impunity of Nigeria, because they know when Biafra come that they may not have the opportunity to continue stealing public funds. So that is why they connive with your enemies to make sure Biafra doesn't come, so that you continue in your suffering. Then we say, if we have you know what Biafra is? Biafra is innovation. Biafra is progression. Biafra is anything that is innovative, progressive. You know, we are the kind of people that believe in justice, equity, fairness, where people can achieve their inherent potential without anybody trying to undermine it. And we have what it takes to do what we can do. If we have the right leadership in Igbo land to start with, then by extension the entire Biafra.
Please, my brother, I want to make a suggestion.
Go on.
The point I'm making now is this. Let's do more as we're doing physical aspect of it. As we are working towards it, we are going to
okay. It's all right. All right, thank you. All right, thank you. All right. It's all right. It's okay. All right. It's okay. Let us take other callers, please. Thank you so much. We have a lot of. We're giving you more than 15 minutes left. So let us have other people that are calling. Please, I'm sorry about that. Hello, the caller from Massachusetts, USA. Your name and where you're calling from. We already know where you're calling from. Tell us your name. I'm good. We are on live program Biafra Discuss. We didn't get your name clearly anyway. You are calling from the United States, from Massachusetts. All right, go ahead.
I know I've been giving you a couple of times with some pretty good narratives you got. You know, I know where you are coming from, and I always agree with you, but sometimes I disagree to agree. You know, the normal field.
Exactly.
Where we are Democrats, you know, and whatever it is. So we sometimes agree, we sometimes disagree, but we are all just, you know, pursuing one goal.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean that we all doing the same route.
Yeah.
But I acknowledge you are doing pretty well. And when I saw you just a little while ago live and asked you the question, do you belong? Do you live Nigeria and Biafra? Is that the precise question?
Yes, where do you belong, Biafra or Nigeria? Then we are talking about dealing with bad attitude towards the Biafra we aspire for. That's what we're talking about.
Okay. All right, okay. I know why it's really so everything is going upside down with us. It's just because of political, those who are representing us politically and the Nigerian project. Being that as it may, I can tell you, almost everybody wants Biafra. But because of our political process is not doing well, our representations are not doing well, and that's why we are having all these ups and downs, and we cannot agree with ourselves. And even if when we pretend to say we are going towards this direction, you will see that those representatives have actually derailed, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know if there's anything they kind of an oath they took at Asura. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. If they can come back to us and tell us, let's go through political process, let's do this way and that way so that we can be able to function well and be able to disintegrate without any hitch. But they are not. They are adamant. They want to force you to believe that everything is one Nigeria. But I can see that one of the biggest problems we are having is because we don't have that political environment. There's no enabling environment to operate. Otherwise, they are actually witness that we people is not, they have ignored their politics. And everything is political, but we just choose to ignore it. And the reason why it's good that I wouldn't get illegal is not because of, how we have been marginalized since after the war. And this is exactly one of the reasons. Even when people decide otherwise to come do things right the way it should, we cannot, So, but I feel this is one of the problems. And that is exactly what I was talking about. I was arguing with you very much, and sometime last year, you presented a program. I agree with you, but I tell you, what is the political environment to operate in Nigeria? That's the problem. Whether we vote or we don't vote, then we can put somebody there, we put somebody to us.
Honestly, that can only happen when the people don't come out. Really. Because if you look at what politicians have been doing, if you check the record, our people don't come out to vote. That is the truth. I'll give you an instance. In Anambra State, you have registered voters up to 2.4 million persons. And you have only 300,000 coming. Do you know the governor that won, Obiano, the governor of Anambra State, won his governorship election with just 250,000 votes? How many Biafrans do we have in Anambra State? If we have over 5 million Biafrans on the streets demanding for one person, tell me that man, one of the women that can change that. Even God cannot come down from heaven to change that and make that election. That is the truth. That is part of changing our attitude. Until we get to that point, say, do or die, we all die here. We get to that point where we say, we will grab this revolves around who is in charge of the power. There is no two ways about why if you cannot do good, that's through the use of arm. There is only two ways to do that. And the honest truth is that the international community will always go around those who are in charge of the government. In Nigeria, it is the Fulanis. No wonder they keep working with them. In Igbo land, it is the Fulanis parading themselves as political leaders. I must tell you the truth. But the suffering, let me tell you, we have Biafra enthusiasts, Biafra agitators, who are the best in the world that can transform Igbo land or Biafra land into a Dubai. Under 4 years. We have them, not that we don't have them. But even our people will not give that person the support. Because we don't have that orientation properly. That is why we are doing what we are doing. So that we get to the point where our people will change their attitude. And if we get to that point, until it gets to that point, we will not strike that chord, get the world to listen and know that we are serious. And that is all we'll be saying.
Can I ask you a question?
Please go ahead. We are here on a live discussion. Go on.
All right, you are very much on the ground. And And do you really think that is really going to be another election in Nigeria in 2023?
No, who is talking about 2023? Who is talking about that useless 2023? We are not interested in what is that. You don't even understand this platform. We live as if Nigeria is not existing. No? We are interested in Igbo land here in Biafra land. Never can well interest. We are talking about 2023 that may never even come.
Very good. I'm sorry, but I know why I pose this question to you. I can see that now you are a very specific guy, you're a specific man.
No. This is what we've been talking about.
I can understand that.
No, this is what we've been talking about all these years. I am already 2 ways about it. We tell you the raw truth. This is what except you are just deceiving yourself. The Nigeria that may not even last up to the end of this year, sir, with the way things are going. In fact, it is even a miracle that Nigeria is even still existing. That people are still moving around as if to say nothing is happening. In a normal society, with what is happening today, Nigeria would have gone bizarre now.
Okay, very good. So how do we get education to change the narrative?
That is what we are doing. We are sacrificing. We are pushing to educate our people, to take this message to the grassroots. To the grassroots. When we take this message, our people will stop seeing politicians as God. Anambra State now, we are talking. Go to the grassroots and see what is happening. If any politicians in Nigeria, because we have not reached them with the right info. Can you hear that chord? Until we turn our back against this political class and identify those now die-hard Biafrans, hardcore Biafrans from the core. I'm saying this from Biafra land. I'm not Yoruba, and they know it. They see me every day on the streets. But they, you know what? They have bragged and say, I am wasting my time because the people will never wake up. They have beaten the people so down that they believe it is impossible to revive the people. But I have one hope that one day our people will get this message and will rise up as the time they be. And that will be the end of this nonsense that we are seeing today. Let me take another call, my brother. Thank you so much for calling. Hello. Hello, your name and where you calling from? Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Okay, I'm calling from Cote d'Ivoire.
From Cote d'Ivoire. Go ahead with your submission, be brave.
Okay. My dear brother, let me tell you, it's better we focus on the general restoration. Are you hearing me?
Go ahead, the world can hear you too.
Okay, I suggest we focus all general. Focus on better restoration. Let us give all our efforts to Muslim and the Arab because our two men to give the true support and all the entire parties to give honorable support so that we can get to make it happen. Because if we look at our party today, it's like we are backwards. Forget about all those issues. We are going to take it.
Thank you very much. But what we are talking about is the bad attitude of our people. Are we going to wait till Biafra come before we start fixing Biafra land? That is what we are talking about.
Yes. What we're saying is you are correct. But if we look down for what is happening today, my dear, let us focus our generation in the general restoration. Nobody
is contesting that. That one is not even an argument, or that debate will not even come up. We are not even talking about whether we are going to focus. Every energy is focused on Biafra restoration, no doubt about it. What we are talking about, are we going to wait until Biafra is restored before we start fixing our homeland? That is what we are talking about. That is the attitude we are discussing tonight.
Thank you for your statement. No, the answer is no. We have to start now.
Good.
Because a journey of 1,000 miles started with a step.
Thank you.
We must start now. We must start now to make it happen before the general election will be joined.
Thank you very much, and my brother, please stay safe in Ivory Coast. May God continue to keep you guys. Join our other brothers there. Continue with whatever they are doing. Ensure you add your quota on what we bring better life for our people. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, brother.
Yeah, we have so many people who have been calling. Please, if you miss your call, you can call back, but we don't have much time as we will be wrapping up any moment from now. With respect to this program, the number to call is +234 810454553. You can call now because we have just a few more minutes to wrap it up on today's edition on Biafra Discourse. We're talking about the attitude, changing the attitude of our people towards Biafra, the bad attitude, the bad one. So you understand what we're talking about. Changing the bad attitude of our people towards Biafra. And we ask that question, should we wait until Biafra comes before we start fixing it? Hello, your name and where you calling from, my brother?
Good evening, Chedu.
Good evening, my brother. Good evening to you.
Yeah.
Please, your name and where you calling from?
My name is Christian. I'm calling from Germany.
Go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, Chedu. First of all, I thank you for the work you are doing.
God bless you too.
I'm one of your strong supporter on this platform.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
You know, Chedu, I must be honest with you. I'm not an Advert. I'm not IPOB, but I am a Biafra. And I always be a Biafra. Nothing will change me. You have tried so much to achieve to do one of God, to believe on what you believe, on what you not to do, but for so long you are trying to preach it, so everybody will understand what you feel. But I have to disappoint you here. It's impossible. It's impossible. I am the royalty blood flow on me. But I will tell you here,
Yes.
what I think, if we can go down from the beginning where the problem comes, first of all, we have to get the king to put them in the right position. How can the governor make somebody a king and start paying him money? And you think that the person will get governor? It's impossible. When my father is still alive, he told us a lot of stories. In the palace, how they coming down. In a village, how the people come to village. But all those things is not the reason. And all those criminals taking advantage of a lot of things. Now, he said we can come out. If all the work Biafra will come out and make one vote, we can overcome those people. We have tried it several times.
No, my brother, we have not tried it. Oh. I can tell you that one. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, sorry. Just give a little bit.
Go on. Other people are calling.
Many people are giving examples to they know, don't do that. And many people come and many people go. But this is a very, very, how can somebody from fourth position come to be a third? It's impossible. This kind of thing can never happen in any year. It can't happen. But
my dear, let me, you know why I'm laughing? And just give me a minute just to interrupt you. You see, anytime we talk about this issue, these are part of the bad attitude our people have. And we will come back to blame the politicians. But we are not ready to remove the politicians. You said why? It is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. It is only those things that have not been done that are called impossible. That is what that is my position on that angle of impossibility. Then, with this reference of Imo State is a very bad example to talk about this thing, because that is the only thing people refer to on a ballot fort. There's a ballot fest. Abuja determining who is the governor. Let me tell you what happened in Imo State. I make bold to say it is not the Biafran, it is one of the Nigerian politicians. All the while that he was there, almost 1 year. Almost 1 year. You see, these politicians, whenever they are out of business, they want the people to carry their matter for head. Until we have our Biafran candidate, those who Biafran people. If, for instance, the kind of Putaketa say, you, Christian in Germany, I know that you are a Biafran to the core. Go down to your state. Every Biafran will support you. That is the time we will know that we have a Biafran. And not this same political class. They are criminals. They are all in the same booth. And I say it anywhere. Because they don't carry the aspiration of our people. Some of phone they go do, I can when they pull on Igbo na Biafra in the National Assembly by Baribe. You see, as our people are eulogizing him, supporting him, giving him all the support. Because he speaks out, only one person.
Yeah, but the government wants.
The government will succeed if the people are not with him. Let me tell you the secret of governance. If you are with the people, nobody, no man born of a woman can touch you. You don't know the power the people have. You undermine the power you have, and that is the problem. We undermine the power the people have. That is the problem we are having in Nigeria. And that is why things are still going as if to say everything is normal. No, hang on, let me address this issue because it's very important. It is part of the bad attitude we are having towards Biafra. We have people, even on knowledge, they have the knowledge. Even the capacity, they have the capacity. Even the courage, they have the courage to transform here and make bold to speak the mind of our people and stand with it. Okay, look at Autumn. Let us use Autumn as an instance because Autumn has always been my benchmark. Let me use it as an instance, my brother, and give you difference between what happened in Imo State, which our people will always anchor on. Autumn was a member of APC at the time when they were massacring and killing their people up and down. It got to the point the people rose up and went to the government house and blocked it and told Autumn, if you will not stand with the people and turn your back against this government that you joined, that the people will revolt against you. The man stood there and made a declaration that he stands with his people. Up to today, he's fighting for his people. During the election for his second term, they threatened to remove him at all costs. But Biafran people came out en masse. They did not only vote, but they defended that vote to make sure that the man that stood with them enters back into office. What happened in Imo State, where you have how many people even voted for making Hedioha? Did they make Hedioha get up to 500,000 votes? Where in a state you have more than 5 million people who are hardcore Biafrans, is it not the Biafran to the election? No! Even Emeki Hedioha is not a Biafran enthusiast because I'm not seeing him talk in defense for our people. Just like Abelini. I make one to say it. Until we have hardcore Biafrans. What we are talking about, a normal election. No, we're not talking about normal election where people will just come out and vote. 5 more seats will come out and vote. Government, the politicians, they have 5,000. A academic election. That is not an election. We are talking about a political revolution. Revolution. That is what we are talking about. We are not talking about political election like Nigeria. No. So when that happens, until we hit that chord, or if we don't hit that chord, we will continue blaming these politicians. And let me tell you, as a way of wrapping up in response to that, your assertion is that the politicians want our people to keep away from political process. Because that is the gateway they go into power without being confronted. They are happy our people are not coming out to vote against them, to resist them, to push them out. They are happy, I can tell you that. Very, very happy that our people do not come out to vote. That is all I can tell you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, please let me Benue State Governor, he come out and try to speak on behalf of the state. And after the governor speak, what happened? They plan to track again. That is one. Secondly, we say that when everybody come out and protest, then everything is done. NSAS is not giving up the game. Everybody come out, not just one state. But all the ones in Nigeria come out, what happened? You see, we are so if all of us can channel our energy
towards
our mind in one thing, which is freedom.
How do we get it? The question, Christian, we are all pursuing the same freedom. No, Christian. We are not talking about 2023. We mentioned that, Christian. We are not talking about 2023. We are not talking about Nigerian election here. Okay, that is not even the bone of contention at all. I didn't know here. We are talking about revolution. The revolution we are talking about. That's what we are speaking here. That is what we are talking about. What kind of revolution what kind of revolution do you think is most effective? That is what we are asking. I said, what kind of revolution do you think is most effective? Because we are all talking about freedom. How do we get that freedom? Because he need cool freedom. He want to cool freedom. If everybody need cool freedom. But the bottom line is, how do we get to that point where we say we are free?
Very simple and very easy. If we can come together in one channel, and if we can come in one channel, then we can get if, for example, we are preaching another thing and they are preaching another thing, so how can we get out into our own destination?
What other thing do you think is different? Do you know that there is no one face to actualizing a particular thing? Even in war, there is no one way to fight a war. Do you know that? There is no one single way to fight a particular war. So that is what we are talking about. Christian, thank you. Can I give other people a chance to talk?
That's why I started from where I come from. I started saying, I tried to let you to understand that. And I start to condemn myself by telling that if we can come together,
okay.
The ground,
all right.
Together, make other people. We can start from them coming to government.
All right.
Jump from village and begin to go on top.
Okay. All right, Christian. Thank you so much for calling. Can I take care other people's call? Other people are already calling. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Other people, we might just call very briefly. Other calls will not be taking more than 3 minutes, please, so that will allow more people to talk on this program. Then we end it, because this program has lasted beyond the time is stipulated. The number to call is +234 8104 545533. And what we're talking about is where do you belong? You belong to Biafra, and the topic we are dealing with is dealing with bad attitude towards Biafra. That's the topic under discussion. Dealing with bad attitude. Attitude has to do with mental state. The way you say it is the attitude that begins character, and it is character that moves personality. My brother, hello, good evening. You're welcome on the program. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, my name is Whatapp. I'm calling from Vienna, Austria.
Go ahead, my brother from Vienna, Austria.
Yes, my own thing I'm trying to say is that, people don't understand what we're talking about. This election 2023 is rubbish. That is not what we are talking about. We are talking about how are we going to do the revelation. That's what the revelation is what we're talking about. Not all the things we're talking about. Because we have to take the book by the mouth. Because this is just to be enough. Enough is enough.
How do? No, for sure. How do we take the bull by the horn? Are you suggesting another civil war between Biafra and Nigeria so that will end it once and for all?
That is something odious. It's still available. Because I was in Nigeria. I just promised Nigeria. Because the pressure was high, I was thinking that we will go for any, we will have any problem. That's why I came back, because I want to be a particular behind, and then we have a civil war in my country. So that I'm alive, I want to join, and basically I will join anything that. Yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Anytime they are anything like that, me and my friends in Australia here and here come back to join. And I have a lot of friends. Come back.
All right, no problem. When that time comes, we hope that all of you will come back. But meanwhile, I stand on the fact that if there should be another civil war in Nigeria, another one.
That is
Hello? It seems we are losing you. Hello? Yeah, go on. Be fast, because other people are calling.
Okay. I said the last time I called, I thought the leader of Biafra that we don't want this war to be in our land. We have to take it out so that when we will be on defensive, don't be for an attack. And this month, I want to go for attack, not for defense.
My brother, when that time reach, what we are talking about now is changing our people's attitude, because my own is we need to change our people's attitude now, because it is very important. Can you allow another caller, please? Because can you take another caller, because we are wrapping up. Thank you so much for calling. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, the caller from Germany, your name and where you're calling from. Because can you be very fast? We are running out of time.
Okay. Thank you very much. It's my call.
Thank you. Go ahead.
What I want to ask you, which side do you stand?
Hey! Isokwa in a program from the beginning. So since you make a program one them get a body in Kankwaku. Since you make a program and let no cone.
I want to know where you stand.
So
everyone that doesn't know about it, because we want to find these people to the end. These people want to get our land.
My dear, ọ bụrụ ihe niile ka a na-ekwu na social media. Ịghọtago? Nke a gwuru ofu ihe. We are talking about something. Abịa ịkpa nkata ụdị nkata ahụ onwe ebe a na-akpọ ụdị nkata afọ. Ọ bụrụ na social media. Good. Now, if anyị na-ekwu okwu ihe taata bụ ajụrụ m ajụjụ, where do you belong? Do you belong to Nigeria or Biafra? We are talking about Biafra. Good. Now we are not asking, dealing with bad attitude. Our people now say, because BVI Channel 1, what we are doing, what we concentrate so much is in our homeland and Biafra land in particular. To fix it, to make sure that our people will feel at home in their homeland. Our people, our young ones will live in their homeland and they will not be molested or deprived to achieve their potential. We are talking about fixing Igbo land and Biafra by extension. We are talking about making sure that things are working. But some people say we should wait until Biafra come before we start fixing our own. We should wait until Biafra come before we have. So that is what we are talking about today.
Every month, because I need this job because I'm from Italy, and I come from Italy.
Okay, then.
I don't want work. I know what's going on. I know the job I want. We eat him well, him okay, I don't well, you okay. So that's why I found this job. I don't want to think again. As you say now, that we go and fight the Google. Now that's not what I need. It's true. But you people have to fight one place. After tomorrow, it's not this. After tomorrow, it's not this. What's the one place like me? But then I support him. Why? He find the one place. If you want that day, when you guys are off, you will only see. That's my own opinion.
No, for sure. No, it's a serious thing. No, honestly speaking, listen. I didn't listen, we are not, nobody is arguing whether or not we want Biafra on this platform. Any person making that argument is on his own. That person will problem mental. That is the position of, and when we are talking about it, people will say you are talking about one Nigeria. You are trying to fix Nigeria. Because only fix in the Anambra state to fix in Nigeria. Only fix in the Enugu state to fix in Nigeria. Only fix in Imo state, Ebonyi state, other states to fix in Nigeria. Only fix in Delta, Rivers, Cross River, and Apaygon. All this in Nigeria. We are talking about your homeland. We are talking about your homeland. Because even while we are doing all these things, okay, look at what is happening in the north. Let me clear your eyes so that you know that these people know what they are doing. With all this bombing and killing and kidnapping, have you had such thing is happening in Sokoto? Have you ever had such thing is happening in Sokoto?
Before you live in England, I know. But what I want to say is that we live outside, we know what's going on. This is plan for us. We know what to do. Let you people, I know. Let you people not be afraid. We know what we outside, we know what we are doing.
All right, my brother, German power. I can I thank you very much for calling. At this juncture, we may be wrapping up. This might be our last call for today. Yeah? This might be our last call for today. All those who have tried to call and couldn't reach us, thank you so much. But we might squeeze in one or two calls as we are wrapping up. If you are just joining us for the first time, thank you. This is BVI Channel 1, where we give the people the voice. We are here to educate our people. We are not here to incite our people. We are here to inform our people. We are here to equip our people with the right information. We are not politically correct. We are not emotional about our freedom. We are here to speak it the way it is. We see it, we say it. Okay? So I think this call. Hello, be brief. Your name and where you're calling from. You have just 1 minute. Speak up, speak up. We can't hear you properly. Thank you. Okay. You have asked a very important question. All right. Thank you. Bro, the time. I think you have asked your question and you made a valid point. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching. Keep sharing, subscribe if you have not. Thank you. Now, with the question he asked, we have already addressed all these things, talking about the political class and the rest of them. We are not arguing their position. They are standing with one Nigeria, and the people are standing with their freedom, irrespective of the ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. The Oduduwas are standing for their new nation, while their political class are calling for one Nigeria. The same thing is applicable to the east and to the north. They all want one Nigeria, I mean the political class, because they are benefiting from the impunity of Nigeria and oppressing the people. That's why the people must continue in demand and in quest for their freedom. We have identified the politicians and have spoken up that they are the problem. You just have to deal with it. Hello, your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Solich. I'm calling from UK.
Oluchi, go ahead.
So what I want to contribute is that it's not until Igbo gets Biafra, that's where we will fix Igbo land. We can fix Igbo land. When we fix Igbo land, it will be more better, and other people will know that we are serious of getting our own country.
Exactly, my sister. Echo Hamani Sintu. Go on.
Yeah, I've been thinking of this before I saw this program now. That was contributing. Let us fix our Igbo land. If we say we want to make Biafra like Dubai, and when we are still in Nigeria, we can still do it.
Start now. That is it.
They will not know that these people, we are serious.
Exactly.
You know? So now that we want Biafra, what is our plan? What is the manipulator, the one get money?
What is on ground? What are we putting on ground? Okay, find the neighbor on ground. We are talking about one Nigeria. We are talking about Biafra, not one Nigeria. We are talking about Biafra, and our people are still busy investing in other places.
That's what I'm saying. We can still get Biafra, but we can give people land.
Exactly.
Since I said, as if say we have bought the Biafra, as if say we have bought the Biafra, so that other people know that we are serious.
My dear, you said everything. You just with your call, we can.
No, it is my mind. I say every day, Biafra. Why can't we see Igbo land? Maya, all our sister, this people never have Biafra. This is Biafra. They know what they are doing.
Even those who hate Biafra, we see the Biafra and they will embrace it.
Yes.
And they will embrace the Biafra by force.
Igbo. We can do it. Pick Igbo land. Make everything. Make our place go okay.
My dear, thank you so much, because some people will say we should wait until Biafra comes before we start fixing it.
No time to wait.
All right.
Now we fix our land.
It's not even a matter of one day. Biafra is here. We are already here in Biafra. Biafra is already here. That is one thing you have to understand. And the Nigeria is on the verge of crashing. Nigeria will eventually crash. The way things are going. Yeah, the way the things are going, Nigeria will crash. But what will become of our people when that happens? David, they go on ground. How far have you fixed your own ground? I was making one.
See, brother. The other day they thought Hausa cut their food from Igbo land. Are we fixing our land? Let us know our land. Let us put everything in order, so that Mark be a bridge.
Exactly.
People understand.
I was telling my brother Oluchi, my sister Oluchi, I was telling.
No, it's a sister. Yeah.
My sister Oluchi, I was telling somebody that called now. I was making a narration, and that is where I'm wrapping. I'm not supposed to be saying it here, but I have to. If you look at what is happening in the north, the Boko Haram banditry, the killing, the terrorism, you will never hear something like this happening in Sokoto, because they have built their civilization, because they are preserving those areas. They have used the resources of the south of Biafra land to develop their economy. They have their Islamic banking. Giving loans at 0 interest rates. They have their government, they call Sharia government. They have already made civilization under Islamic order. They don't want to touch it. You understand?
I like this program.
You understand? So they are busy fixing their side. The Yoruba and the Oduduwas are also busy fixing Lagos.
You see?
But what becomes of our homeland? I am not to Biafra. We need to start molding Biafra for the world to see the Biafra, the land of the rising sun. That is what I'm talking about. Okay? Thank you so much. And with that, we are saying good night.
I like the program. That point, this point today, everybody, she speak about it. Let them fix Igbo land.
Okay. Just thank you. Thank you very much. Subscribe to the channel. You will be getting updates from our channel. Subscribe, encourage other people to do same, share our content.
This is not the number you are using, my brother.
It's okay. It's alright.
I used to follow you there.
It's alright. Thank you very much. And that is where I'll be wrapping up. Thank you everyone that called. It is a marathon program. 1 hour 30 minutes. Hey, today Whatapp. So my people, those who have watched, those who have followed us, we appreciate you. We hope to have another time with you. Keep in touch and keep the hope alive. Don't give up. Biafra will surely be free. Just get ready, get prepared, because the land of the rising sun will stand eventually. Alright? Thank you so much, everyone. Subscribe, like, share, follow us on our social media platform. Follow everything we do, our daily updates, share it, drop comments. Let the discussion continue. I remain your humble servant, the voice of the people, the voice of God, the voice of our ancestors, as was Chinedu Peters, saying, stay safe, and above all, stay blessed. Bye-bye.